Welcome back again, and today we will be discussing the living language as English has become. In the last 400 years, many words entered into the English language. This is due primarily because of international trading, transients, immigrants arriving into the United States, and wars around the world. Because of this, English has become a living language. New words enter into the English language yearly. Some words are created because there are no words to describe a certain noun. Each year new words are added and words become outdated. Think about it. When was the last time you heard the word groovy or far out man? These words rarely are spoken in America today. The older generation knows what they mean, but still refuse to utter such nonsense words. According to learnenglish.org, English is made up of many different languages. Each nationality has added a percentage to the language we speak. Their breakdown of the modern English language goes as such: French 41%, Latin 15%, Dutch 1%. Because nearly 2/3 of modern-day English is made up primarily of other languages, spelling rules become complicated. French was introduced into English 400 years ago and in the early 1900s after World War I as a tool to make the common person in the United States seem rich. With this we got words like garage, perfume, debonair, negligee, and boudoir. To repeat what I stated earlier, in the 1960s we had an influx of words with the hippie generation. Most Americans know what groovy and far out mean. Few to none will utter these words. A person who does use these words is normally considered out of date. Likewise, many Americans and British English speakers understand to a degree each other's language, but don't speak their words on a daily basis as they may be looked upon as being odd. Each year new words are created, while other words go on the wayside. 25 years ago the internet and a mouse pad would be a word few people knew or understood. Today it's known to around 90% of people worldwide. Each year words disappear and new ones appear. Psychedelic, groovy, radical are some examples of words that have left American language. When was the last time you used the word thou, knowest, wherefore, and hence? These words were well known and used only 100 to 200 years ago. Today, while most people know what they mean, they just don't use them. Reading assignments are good tools to use to help spelling. Many people who read constantly are better spellers than people who don't. Mostly because they tend to look up words they don't know and see words more often. The more learners read, the better spellers they become. They also start to notice patterns in spelling. When they see how one word is spelled and find a word that closely looks like it or contains much of another word, they make connections and their vocabulary actually improves. Many times a student must learn where or what is the origin of the word to understand how to spell it. This is because English spelling rules do not apply to foreign origin words. Let's look at words that were added from foreign languages. Latin. Carnivore, meat eater. Library, where we read books and they are stored. Reptile, an animal with scales. Arabic. Orange, the color and substantially the fruit. Lemon, the yellow sour fruit. Coffee, the drink. Butter, the yellow substance we put on toast or bread. French. Mystique, strange and mysterious. Souvenir, items bought on vacation. Diplomat, dignitary from a foreign country to another. German. Pretzel, baked bread with salt. Glitz, sparkle. Bratwurst, sausage. Old English. Fickle, wavering. Gospel, religious speech. Manhandle, to handle something roughly. Native American. Coyote, wild dog. Tomato, fruit, referred as a vegetable. Chocolate, brown substance that people crave. Greek. Antibiotic, medicine to help heal people. Rhinoceros, large African animal with a horn on its nose. Dogma, religious beliefs. Identifying words. How easy it is to identify words. The answer is easy if the learner wants to learn vocabulary. If a student can identify words, it will be easier for them to be able to read and understand English. This process is by using affixes, antonyms, and root word guessing. Teaching these should be taught only after the students have mastered a little grammar and proficient speaking and listening skills. Once students have mastered at least 600 words, they should start seeing patterns in spelling. They should understand that ing means something is continuous, something has ended, and if they understand prefixes and suffixes, they will be able to better understand what they are reading. This method must be taught to the students. Look at the word and break it down to see if there is a word in it that they understand. Semicircle. Most students will say they understand the word circle. If they understand this, then the next thing they would need to understand is what semi means. When they do this, they can understand more of what they read. Semi means a half. So a semicircle is half a circle. We will discuss affixes later down the road in another video. We will discuss more on this as the weeks progress. There is so much to instruct about. That is all the time we have today. I hope to see you next time.